So far in English 102, we've been focused on secondary research, which is research that you can go find online that other people have done. For the writing in the field essay, though, we're going to be doing primary research, which is interviews, surveys, observations, things that you do yourself. This video then is about interviews, which you will conduct with a professional or professor in your field. So if I could boil down the main thing that I want you to know about interviews, it would be this subtle quote. So what do I mean by this? Think about a survey, a set group of questions that you get specific answers to. Don't think of interviews like that. Think of interviews as a conversation. So like think of with a friend. So you have a conversation with a friend to learn something new, to share your excitement over some topic that you're both interested in, to expand the ways that you think about that topic, and generally to make a stronger connection with that person. This is exactly how you should think about interviews. Okay, so before we get started, there's a few things you should think about. So firstly is who you should interview. So this first one, what I mean by this is, rather than choose someone who is easy for you to interview, like a friend of the family or an acquaintance, interview someone who is best positioned, so someone with success, with however you quantify that. The person with your dream job, you should be interviewing them. The second two things have to do with the questions that you ask. You should come with a good group, a good list of questions, and that is most likely to come about if you have researched who this person is, who their business is, or whatever their position is, what they do, and you can ask intelligent questions that are going to impress them. Okay, lastly, I strongly encourage you to record the interview, both writing and with audio recorder. So many times it's happened where I've gotten essays where it just felt really weak. Like the interviews were awesome, but they didn't have those quotes that went along with them. There are enough smartphones out there that you should be able to use a smartphone to record the interview. Okay, so during the interview, firstly, don't be a robot. You want to introduce yourself, create a good environment where they feel comfortable and not like in a manipulative way. They're people who are in your field. They have a lot to share with you, so be interested. Secondly, probably would be a little awkward if you just start recording without asking, so you should probably ask. In my experience, it's very, very rarely that would ever be a problem. Okay, thirdly, try to balance staying to the questions that you came with and going with the flow. So just whatever that they want to talk about, if you're interested in it, go for it. If you're not, there's no chance that you're going to be able to write something that's interesting about it. Okay, and once you're done, you've had a great experience. Afterward, there are still a few things that you should probably do. Firstly, you should plan a few minutes so that you can kind of decompress, write notes, to yourself thoughts, how you're going to use it. Secondly, it might be good to transcribe at least the important parts. Lastly, brainstorm how the interview was different or better than you were expecting, especially the things that you were surprised by. That'll be what you want to write about. And one last thing, you can celebrate, because this is nerve-wracking to do for anybody, I'm sure, and especially if you're shy or nervous around other people. So a few notes before I end this video. Firstly, if I had a teacher assign me an essay like this, I probably would have hated them, and then after the fact really been grateful. It took me forever to figure out what I wanted to do for my major, and I think this essay would have really helped kind of kick me in the butt and get me going. Secondly, I'm super excited about this essay because I've had such amazing experiences in the past. Students have come to me and been like, "Hey, I got an internship just because of the guy that I interviewed with," or, "Hey, I found out that I don't want to do this job that I had planned on doing." And that sounds like a terrible thing, but it's probably better to find that out sooner rather than later. Just other experiences, like one student who found out that credits that she hadn't gotten credit for in the past actually could count. Other students just straight up got a job. I don't know. It's just all kinds of stuff that you should probably be open to, and really try to think of your long term. What do you want to do professionally in the long term? So yeah, I'm excited, and hopefully this will turn out well. Okay, see ya.